How to maximize effectiveness out of your topical minoxidil, maximize the ease of use and minimize side effects. There are three main kinds of topical minoxidil products. All of them I have here and I have tried all of them, and I will let you know how to choose the right minoxidil product for you. So let's get some hair, everybody. This video has been brought to you by GoFiber. These are hair building fibers you can use to mask any thinning or patchy areas on your scalp to make your hair look thicker and better. So check out the link in the video description below where you can visit GoFiber, get a free sample of your choice, and try them out. See if you like them. Welcome back to Let's Get Hair, everybody. Glad to see you again. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the ultimate guide on how to choose the right minoxidil product based on 5 parameters: skin friendliness, how it makes your hair look right after it. Is the hair looking flat, full, greasy? Number 3, suitability for long hair. Number 4, suitability for short hair. And number 5, the effectiveness. And yes, although all of these minoxidil product types are 5% topical minoxidil, which is the most studied anti-hair loss treatment that we have as of 2024 worldwide, it's still gonna affect the effectiveness based on the side ingredients like inactive ingredients and some additional ingredients that may boost or take from minoxidil effectiveness, but later about that. Now, before we discuss those parameters and evaluate each of these types, let's introduce all of those 3 main types of topical minoxidil that you can get right now. So we have the first most common type that has alcohol, propylene glycol as inactive ingredients, and then it has the 5% minoxidil. It was quite inexpensive too. It is very, very similar to the Kirkland version of minoxidil you can see here. The second one is the foam solution with less alcohol, no propylene glycol, but it's a foam, it's not a liquid. And then we have the last one. This is from pharmacy, and it's hard to get over the counter. This is only pharmacy available. It has the trihosol inactive ingredient. It's the trihosol base. It's looking very muddy, but it's liquidy, and it also comes with this applicator, which is quite nice, but later about that. Now, which one of these types, and you have probably seen versions of these 3 minoxidil types in, different shapes or forms on Amazon, or, they're online. There are probably 50 or 100 brands that sell now minoxidil in some shape or form. You need to be looking for those inactive ingredients and seeing what type of solution are you dealing with. Is it the trihosol base? Is it the foam base? Or is it this alcohol and propylene glycol usual base? And just because you are buying a foam solution, it doesn't automatically mean that it is going to be propylene glycol free, as it is the case with this specific foam solution. So always carefully examine the labels. So which one is the best? Now, I tried all of them, and here is my feedback. First parameter I'm going to be evaluating is the skin friendliness. Which one is the best? In my opinion, for skin friendliness, it is going to be for sure the trihosol base. So the trihosol base have been created by Fagron. Fagron is a huge manufacturer and innovator in pharmaceutical compounding, with the aim of widening the therapeutic scope of the prescriber to enable tailor-made pharmaceutical care, and that includes like custom-made topical anti-hair loss products. They're based in Brussels, they're based in Belgium. That's why some pharmacies in Belgium cooperate with them, and they get some of their innovations and bases compounded into their solutions. Although their labels are not very lasting, they're kind of fading, and then you need to write down that it's like finasteride and minoxidil in it. Probably the pharmacy doesn't work with the best manufacturer for labels. Now, trihosol is an innovative hydrophilic solution base that features the patented Trihotech technology. It pretty much contains mineral salts of vegetable origin indicated for topical application on the scalp. Now, this paired with finasteride or with minoxidil in this case is very good for the scalp. You don't get the usual itching that you might get from alcohol and propylene glycol bases like this one, or like the one from Hemia Cosmetics. I ordered, a minoxidil and finasteride solution from them, and it really was itching my scalp for months, unfortunately. And I thought like, okay, what did I get myself into? I hope it's gonna stop after a while. With the continuous use, your skin can get used to it to an extent, but it didn't in my case. So I had to really switch to the one from the pharmacy, which had the trihosol, and my scalp, oh boy, did it feel much better. But I also have to say, with the foam, it's also much better. So if I had to rank for skin friendliness, I would say any trihosol base you should try. and then go with the foam solution. And if you have no choice, or if you don't have the money, because those tends to be more expensive if you have less money, then you go with some usual minoxidil, which has the propylene glycol, but then you suffer from, itching and some skin irritation. But potentially it can also diminish your response to minoxidil and lessen the outcome, which I'm going to talk about later. So be careful of that. So that's how I would rank them. Now, the second parameter, how the hair looks initially after, or maybe let's say if you apply it at night, how the hair feels in the morning when you wake up after using all of those products. I would say I love foam the most. When I wake up in the morning and I use the foam at night, it dries super fast. That's what I like about the foam as well. That's why I put it on the first place. My hair in the morning, it's super puffy. It's like has the volume. Like right now, actually, in the morning I woke up, I put some styling paste in my hair and I didn't need to wash my hair. But that's for my fine hair. I know that some guys who wake up in the morning, you have maybe curly hair, thicker hair. It makes it hard for you to comb the hair and style it, because it's not like it clumps together, but it's like kind of you need to brush through it several times. But even then, it's better to wash that hair in the morning, if you know what I mean, and then apply your desired styling products. But for fine hair, guys, for myself, I love this. In the morning, my hair just feels super voluminous. Now, the other type of solution, which is the usual, most mainly available solution, alcohol and propylene glycol, my hair feels also quite the same as with the foam, but not quite that full and nice in my opinion. So I put it on the second spot. Fortunately, I need to put the tricosol, although it's an innovation, it's a nice innovation, I need to put it on the last spot, because not only the drying time is the longest with tricosol, it does not dry as quickly as the alcohol, propylene glycol, or the foam. So that needs to be said, unfortunately. And then lastly, it also in the morning, my hair doesn't feel so voluminous. My hair doesn't feel that, puffed up. So I'd rather wash it with a shampoo and then style it, because otherwise I don't get the volume. So that needs to be said. Now, suitability for long hair. That depends on the applicator, on how you apply this as well. Not simply on the product. But if you have long hair and you maybe curl your hair super long, I highly advise something like this, applicator that you can direct, onto the scalp. You never want to apply on the hair. You apply to the scalp where the hair is rooted. You go like this, you go like this, and then you apply and you do this and you rub it in and you go from spot to spot. So applicator like this is a must-have if you have long hair. You can comb through the hair, you can, uncover balding area or diffuse thinning and then apply there that way. So this is the best type of minoxidil kind of applicator. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with the minoxidil itself, but with the way it's applied. The problem with the foam solution is that you cannot really regulate it as good, and it's hard to, if you pump a little, a lot of foam may come out, and then you may waste a little bit more, and then the foam gets super puffed up, and then it gets stuck in between the hair, so a lot of foam may end up on your hair and not on the scalp, especially if you have longer hair, and that's the disadvantage here. So here I would put the liquidy minoxidil ahead of foam if you have longer hair and you don't plan on cutting it shorter. I would stay away from any spray. Spray is bad. It's very wide, and it also, you spray a lot of minoxidil on your hair instead of to the skin. So any type of tricosol base or alcohol and propylene glycol based minoxidil is good with the applicator for the best suitability for your long hair. Now, if you have short hair, any type of minoxidil is great. Foam, liquidy, no matter. For short hair, you're going to be fine with any type. There's not going to be much wastage of, let's say, foam minoxidil that will be wasted on your hair. Now, effectiveness, that's the last parameter. So all of them on paper should be the same effective because they have 5% minoxidil in it, which is the active ingredient responsible for the vasodilation, for the potassium channel opening. Benefits on all these things, not clearly understood. There might be some other benefits why minoxidil is even helping. Other pathways we are not understanding right now, but they're working. However, if we're talking about any disruption or disruptive agents in those minoxidil products, I would say propylene glycol and alcohol minoxidil types and bases have the highest potential of disrupting your skin, causing itching, causing irritation. And this happened to me 6-7 months ago. Once I switched from oral minoxidil I used for almost a year, and then I started with topical again, and boy, did it disrupt my skin, and I was itching for weeks, and I hoped it stops, but it didn't. And then I finally said like, okay, it's enough, and then I switched to the tricosol base, and now I'm using tricosol or foam. I'm switching between those two. Propylene glycol is that it really does disrupt the skin, and it's not the most friendliest base for your skin. And if you have itching, if you have the irritation on the skin, trust me, it really diminishes the absorption of the minoxidil and also the uptake of the minoxidil by the follicles and expression of the sulfotransferase that converts the inactive minoxidil you put on the scalp into the active form of minoxidil. So if you're creating any barriers of entry for the entry of that minoxidil inside of your epidermis, and that barrier could be the itching and skin irritation caused by PG, then you should stay away from the PG propylene glycol solutions and just go for the foam that doesn't have it or the tricosol. So that would be as far as the effectiveness, because trust me, the itching, the skin irritation, it will also influence the ideal pH on the scalp, which should be around 5.5, and it may disrupt that. It may be too acidic at times. It may speed up the progression of malassezia, which is the yeast that lives off of the bacteria on the scalp, and this will be the barrier that will not let the minoxidil to be ideally absorbed. And sure, you can go around it by maybe applying stronger versions of minoxidil or applying minoxidil many times per day, but who has time to do it twice a day for years? Ideally, you should use minoxidil twice if you can, but if you use it once, make sure it's the most effective you can use it and the best way to use it. So by now you should already know what is the most optimal topical 5% minoxidil that you want to be using in the long run. How to do it the most effective if you have the right version of minoxidil, and for most people it will be either foam or the tricosol base. I think these should be the best ones you should be deciding between right now, and then based on the availability and the budget you should be choosing the final winner. But how to make this even better? You can add two ingredients. You can add the rosemary oil I have here. This is what I'm adding to my tricosol base. I cannot add it to the foam unless I heat it up a lot and then I make the foam a liquid, and that's why I'm adding rosemary, which also has additional benefits for potentiating hair regrowth and creating more hair counts per square centimeter. That has been studied. Then it's also tretinoin. This one I'm getting from Turkey. Normally this is prescription based medication. You cannot just get it and buy it Europe, United States, so you need a prescription, or you find it in a country where it's not that regulated like Italy. I bought it in Turkey without prescription, and then you add a bit of that into your tricosol base or liquid based minoxidil, which is something that I'm doing. And this is actually the tricosol base already comes with 0.1% tretinoin in it as well. So this is compounded with tretinoin 0.01% and minoxidil without rosemary. So rosemary is the only thing that I'm adding here. These were some bonuses and benefits that can really maximize the effectiveness of your minoxidil if you are using it just once a day and maximize your response in the long run. If you want to know how to do it most optimally, how to stick to your regimen, and how to optimize things along the go, there is Insiders membership that we just launched. First, it was just used by my one-on-one consulting clients members, and now I opened it also for you guys, that you can benefit from my one-on-one online support on that membership platform, where you get access to forum chat, PDF, and video resources on how to optimize your hair regrowth. And also eventually, if you decide to go for a hair transplant, this platform will assist you onto every step of your journey. And it's all about finding out what your hair loss type is. Sometimes you suffer from more types, not just androgenetic alopecia. Then you maximize your hair regrowth with the tips, with the advice and guidance we give at Insiders. And number 3 is what the treatments were not able to fix in, let's say, 1 or 2 years of you using them. Then you fix that with a hair transplant, and you try to make the best decisions and best steps there and avoid all the pitfalls. So this is what Insiders membership is. Link in the description below where you can try it out, see how it looks, see how it's going, see what guys are in there, interact with them, ask them about their experiences, ask about their valuable feedback, learn some lessons from them, and of course be able to interact with me on a daily basis and get my feedback on anything hair loss and hair transplant related. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to be seeing you soon in another one. Take care.